Well, I think it's a car you would have some familiarity with since it's based on the C3. So I think what I really liked are the engine. I think this 1.2 turbo petrol is really fantastic. Ride was very comfortable. I like the steering feel also. It's light yet accurate and gives you confidence at high speed.
The C3 Aircross looks very nice. It's a very appealing looking SUV. The ground clearance is amazing. The drive quality, the ride quality that you get in this car is just phenomenal.
So my first impressions about the C3 Aircross is that it's got a quirk to it. It's a very neat young design. Once you're behind the wheel and you're driving it, it surprises you with the level of comfort that you get. The ride quality is exceptional. Despite a 1.2, which sounds small on paper, I think it's a very peppy motor and it's a rather fun SUV to sort of go shooting around town with or down a highway stretch as well.
Pretty positive, and I guess this is something that the segment has not seen in terms of its ride quality, the engine, the space.
Yeah, my first impressions of the Citroën C3 Aircross are highly positive. It's actually a one-of-a-kind offering. There's actually nothing like this in this segment at the moment, and I'm mighty impressed with what this car has to offer.
It's got a good presence. The stance is very good. She's planted and has got the SUV form factor, which is a very important thing. But most important of all, she drives very well. And I think that is the biggest attribute.
From the outside, the exteriors, the C3 Aircross feels a very premium SUV. In fact, they have done a marvelous job in the design, the exteriors, and the quality outside. Yeah.
Well, Citroëns have always been known for their suspension setup, and this car is no different. It soaks up the bumps adequately and works well on our Indian conditions.
Well, typical Citroën, you expect that comfort ride, and it is very much there. Kind of does away with whatever's happening under the wheels and keeps its passengers isolated from the bad roads. It is on the softer side, but I think it's very comfortable.
The key USP of every Citroën is very much alive in the C3 Aircross also. Best in class, yes, easily.
The suspension is quite good. We've gone through some silly off-road trails, not just this, but when we were shooting, there were quite a lot of bad patches on which we were driving at 80-85 kilometers an hour, and the car was pretty stable, and it did feel that a lot of work has gone into making this car comfortable.
So when it comes to any Citroën, the comfort is something that is top-notch, and things are no different with the Citroën C3 Aircross. It's really very comfortable. The seats are so well bolstered, and then the ride quality, it's actually best in the segment. In fact, best across many segments, and it has that proverbial magic carpet ride.
As far as just sheer performance goes, I think it drives exceptionally well. It's a lot of fun to be behind the wheel. The gearbox is nice and slick, good 6-speed manual that you get on board, and that really adds to the entire flavor of enjoying this vehicle.
Peppy is an understatement. It is very peppy. 140 is what the third gear can pull. First gear is around about 40, second is around about 90. So that speaks a lot about the engine's drivability.
The C3 Aircross is a practical buy.
So if I had to describe the Citroën C3 Aircross in 3 words, it would be young, fun and quirky.
C3 Aircross is practical, something not seen in the segment, and highly refined.
The Citroën C3 Aircross is quite a muscular car.